Yo, it's Joe, and welcome to another video. We're going to be continuing episode 2. Thank you to my patrons. Just the amount of support that you guys give me is great, and I say it all the time, but I truly am grateful, so thank you so much. And thank you to my viewers. Let's get into it, baby. Let's see what the rest of this bad boy is about.
Hit points? What the fuck? I've done something terribly wrong. They're going, fuck you not.
Wait, no, you're putting temporary hit points on.
No.
What are you doing?
We'll work on this during the break.
Self-destruct in 10, 9.
Just throws the iPad.
All right, so limited consciousness in your respective rooms. Cold morning air, it's a bit frosty. The windows to each of your rooms have a bit of that kind of curled bit of frost on the outskirts of the glass. It's probably 8 or 9 in the morning at this point in time, and the day is yours. What do you wish to do?
As I wake up, I sit up and I go, Chester, were you like laughing to yourself last night? Just got up here and giggling. I was like kind of nuts.
Sorry.
Let's get ready.
All right. As a note too, for all the drinks you guys drank last night, I'd probably put you back about 1.5 gold.
Molly, that's your tab, right?
Oh, wow, I didn't even think that. Wow. It seems so simple, but I wasn't even thinking about they have to buy their drinks and stuff, so anything that they buy, they're losing gold. So, yeah, they gotta be careful. Caleb's gotta be careful.
All but the one you bought me?
Yeah, except for that one.
Ah, to be fair, I didn't give you that story.
It's true.
I very carefully start unfolding my robe, and it has my swords very carefully laid out in there. From the closet, I do a little prayer, put everything back on.
Are you praying over your swords?
Yeah, of course.
Is that part of your thing?
You seem honest.
Try to be.
Well, swords are magic. They are, according to my mom, go back in our family generations to a very unusual, rare line of tiefling that came from a demon of ice that lived inside a volcano. And our family, and I take this with a grain of salt, were royal guards. We're entrusted with these magic swords, and these swords can only be activated by the blood of the royal family. And so, in honor of any fighting I ever do with them, I make sure that my blood is at least drawn once.
Dude, that is such a badass backstory just for your blades and your weapons and where they came from. Dude, what?
Quite the story. Can I insight check?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, can I inside check? You don't believe him? That's badass. I wouldn't even want to inside check that. I'd be like, you know what, bro, you got it, because that's badass. I'd let you have that one.
15.
What am I fighting against?
Speed deception.
Be deception?
Don't fuck me, Gil.
I'm lying like a motherfucker.
Well, thank you for sharing that honest story with me. It means a lot.
I walk downstairs.
All right,
Can I go knock on Ford's door?
sure.
Hey, good morning.
She's a morning person too.
What a
Go away
greeting.
yourself.
I bet you that after this campaign for at least a week, that's how Laura woke Travis up. Hey, yo, wait. Good morning. I bet you. I would.
Hey, do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, we said we were going to do that, didn't we? What'd you have in mind?
Well, we sneak out, and then we go find out why they're zombies.
It's a detailed plan.
Yes.
I like it. We taking anybody with us?
Well, if they can make themselves not look like themselves, then sure.
Fair enough. Do you want to ask any of them?
Hey, Bo,
Nah.
do you have any kind of thing you can do to make yourself not look like you?
I take my robes, I kind of flip them inside out, and I take some dirt, dirty it up a little bit, and take my hair down, and steal a scarf off of Jester's stuff, and I kind of do like a bandana around my head.
No, you look like you with like a bandana around your head.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Not
cut
gonna
it.
fly, I think.
Not quite what we had in mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What you guys doing? You guys leaving? You guys fucking leaving? You're not leaving without me, aren't you?
Oh, of course, we're coming back.
You skipping town?
No.
Ah,
She's right here.
Okay.
I can skip town with you though. Want to skip town?
We'll be back.
Let's see if Caleb and his little friend are downstairs first.
Okay, okay.
He has tricks after all.
Right.
Okay, the two of you come to consciousness. What are you up to?
Get some breakfast, I guess. Yeah, we're already down there.
You've already gone down
I've
there.
already gone. I'm having breakfast. I'm leaving a note with the barkeep for Yasha if she comes back.
Okay. So,
Guess I go down and have breakfast as well.
yeah, as you guys wander down, you find Caleb and Knot already at a table, and Molly Moss is returning from the bar after delivering that note.
Y'all are downstairs.
Dear God. Hey, yo. Little girl could put it away, huh? She's messing that food up. God damn.
Y'all are downstairs.
Yo, if I ever came in on somebody scarfing down some food like that, I'd come back later. Because obviously, they need that time to themselves to just really eat everything that they need to eat. Apparently, they hungry. And I wouldn't feel right sitting there and eating something with them when maybe they could eat the food too. So, that's just me.
Can I try to take a piece of bacon off your plate?
Yeah. I just said I'm coming back later because if I touch something that, in a polite way, that's what was gonna happen. And Lori, you made the mistake, or should I say, Jester, you made the mistake. Almost got your hand bit off. You gotta relax there.
Can I try to take a piece of bacon off your plate?
And it's bacon. Oh no, yeah, you tripping. I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably bite your hand, and I ain't even that hungry. Turkey bacon or regular bacon? I'm partial to turkey bacon. Anything like turkey sausage, turkey bacon tastes better to me. I might be weird for that, but hey, that's just me. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Like the little dog. Little back foot creeps up. If we could, did you just fucking shit?
What did I miss?
If we could, did you just fucking shit? We were thinking of maybe finding our way outside of the inn for a bit. I don't want to presume anything, but do you have the ability to change the way you look?
To change the way I look?
Yeah,
To leave the inn?
yeah, assume a different form.
Why would I do that to leave the inn?
Well,
So we can find out why there's zombies.
Why wouldn't I just walk out of the inn?
Oh, well, because we were told we can't leave the inn.
We weren't told that.
right.
Huh. Well, that's convenient
But
for
I
you.
can change my appearance.
I would-
It's like that's like, hey guys, hold on a second. I have an idea. I can change my appearance. See how I have long sleeves, right? Wait. They're never gonna see it coming. I could just walk right out this bitch. Like what? Almost not. Bless your heart. You tried. But I think that it would be a good idea for Caleb to leave in a different form just in case he does get caught, or he does get kind of like caught up in some BS. That way he can escape whatever. Let's say he escapes. He can just transform into like his regular self and still have an advantage, but this time he's not exerting any energy. You know what I mean? I think that's what I think. Anyways, I mean, I think it would help anyways.
I never know it was you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jester, don't encourage that. You're a bad friend. I'd have been like, nah, that's not gonna work.
Well, I mean, look at me. But I go into my bag. I do have a disguise kit. Don't I? I think I do.
It's so weird to just have things now.
It's so weird to have
Yeah,
things.
I have a disguise kit.
Fair enough.
What does that mean?
It's
Percy had fucking guns, bro. What are you talking about? I'm confused by what you mean.
You can use it to try to disguise himself.
Try and disguise.
Hide features and
it'd be a little
blend
tricky
in.
for me. I look like look like what I'm going to look like. But the rest of you do a little work.
Bo, I don't want to leave you behind, but
True, I have a disguise kit too. I could help you out.
Can you? Will you do my makeup for me?
I'm really
Bow with
good at
makeup?
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't take it
I'm
that
really
she's
good
the
at
type
makeup.
to wear makeup.
I can just shower this one. That'd be enough.
You can leave.
Which, you know, as a little tangent, I think that if you like to wear makeup, you should wear it. If you don't like to wear makeup, or if it's just a pain that you're just like, just don't wear it. Me personally, I just rather you be comfortable, either in your makeup or out of your makeup. If you don't want to wear it, whatever makes you more comfortable, that's what I recommend. You know, but hey, that's just me. So I feel like this has a purpose though. This has a purpose. This is a disguise purpose. But I'm just going on a little tangent. You know what I'm saying? I think that you should do what makes you happy and what makes you comfortable. So if it makes you happy to put it on and do some art. If you couldn't care less, then just don't put it on.
Yeah, we could. But not town. We were told to stay in town.
No, we're going to stay in town.
What are we doing? What are we doing again?
We have to find out why they're zombies so that we don't get arrested for being zombies.
Oh, so we solve the case.
Obviously,
To clear our
so
own name.
smart.
Mm-hmm.
We can go
Did-
get a bunch of
Why?
evidence.
Why shouldn't we just wait for it all to blow over? We didn't do anything.
I tend to find these things don't blow over necessarily. It's more they just eventually decide someone's guilty and take their revenge on
Do you
them.
find yourself in situations like this often?
Not this particular one, but
I
yes.
mean, look at him. No offense or anything, but
None taken. Really. A little taken, but that's fine.
Dude, I could be wrong, but is Marisha wearing like a Boros shirt? Is that Boros? It's reminding me of Boros. I don't know why. You know, Boros' eye. It's like if it's not Boros, it's something that's like super familiar. Like I've seen that eye before. I just don't know where. But I'm thinking of Boros right now. Where's that eye from?
to make the point, I think the sooner we find the cause of this, the sooner we can get out of here.
She's right. Immediately, the two of us are going to get hit with this.
If we solve the case, we would be absolved. It's not a terrible plan.
and you're so concerned with your goblin friends. I mean, he's kind of in the same boat as the tieflings. People like to.
That's a girl.
I know it's hard to tell.
I said your
sometimes.
goblin friends.
You said he.
It's a T.
Listen, we've all had a rough night. I know that my features aren't necessarily the most feminine
You're beautiful.
among goblin
Mom.
kind. I
Don't say that.
understand.
Weird, darling.
Yes, but it's hard to tell.
I can tell.
Thank you.
Everybody can tell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taste. Get them working.
Hey man, not as beautiful, alright? Not as beautiful. She is a beautiful young lady. Just 'cause she's a goblin, alright? She's probably super beautiful amongst her goblin people, okay? Alright?
Well, let's get out of here. Can I walk back into, I guess, sort of a privy washroom area?
Yeah, upstairs at the very end of the hall is the kind of communal washroom.
Can I use my mask of many faces to cast disguise on myself?
Sure. What form do you want to take?
An older, white-haired, with a beard, just very simple peasant's clothes. Maybe like a bit of a farmer or a land worker.
Mask of many disguises. That is a cool ability.
Okay, easily enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a bardic field.
Okay, basic browns and tans and general farm worker's tunic and supplies.
Smudges, dirt on the fingernails.
Yeah, easy enough.
I'm going to help, but
He didn't have to roll for that? Okay. That surprises me, but okay. Thought there would have been some kind of roll. Like to make sure that he transformed into who he wanted to transform into properly, but what do I know? You know? So how come he didn't have to roll for that? To make sure his transformation is proper. I guess maybe it's because it's a waste of time? Who knows?
you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to use my disguise kit. I'm going to give you a beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to
Awesome.
turn you into like a dude.
Okay.
Because that's like, that's a good disguise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mustache.
Okay. Yeah.
And a hat.
Love it.
Cool.
You really have to sell it though, and act like a dude.
Yeah.
And a hat.
Love it.
Cool.
You really have to sell it though, and act like a dude.
Riding in my love it, you really have to sell it.
Oh, yes.
Alright, I would like you
I go a step
to...
further. I tape down my boobs, like bandage them down all the way.
Sure.
You know, wrap them,
Alrighty.
Mhm.
stuff my crotch a little bit.
Alrighty. Go ahead and
Good
make
touch, good
a
touch.
Dexterity check.
The front butt?
Do you want
Oh,
assistance
Marisha.
with this?
Was he helping me?
I could
If you want to, you want to
Yeah,
answer.
sure.
Alright, so dig with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Okay. The advantage. Dexterity. 15.
15, okay. You actually managed to sell a decent disguise.
Yeah, so 5 foot, like shadow.
Yeah,
stuff
like,
all?
you know,
Nice.
at a distance of about like 3 or 4 feet would be passable if and walking quickly by, but you know,
Okay.
upon close inspection, and you can see through
Those
it.
old kids' toys, we use the magnet to pull the little filings out.
More or less.
Yes.
More or less.
Mr. Woolley?
A 2D
Oh, Miss Yo, do you guys remember that? The Mr. Woolley? Where he had like the little beard and he had like the fire.
version of that, yeah. But impressive. Using the kit and using whatever scraps of clothing you can find in a mass, you managed to get a relatively kind of, I don't know, like top-knot Silver Lake hobo version of Bo, functionally ready to go.
Nice. It works. It works.
How do you sound? Say words. You're manly.
Manly words.
Manly words.
Mirror image.
Mirror image.
I got nuts.
I got nuts.
There you go. That's the manly thing.
The stage was.
And I'll cast disguise self on myself as well.
Okay.
And turn myself into a human.
Okay.
With blonde hair. And she's going to be very clean looking.
Angeline.
With big lips. And like a couple like jewels on their fingers.
Oh, front butt. That's why she said that, the front butt. Okay.
Just double checking here. This guy's self lasts for, is it an hour? Yeah, that was an hour.
So.
Yeah. All right, great.
It all came full circle.
Using your disguise kit
I mean, can I get myself, I assume I've just got like some very basic black robe that just, and then
yeah,
something
with
that
the
just-
cloak and the hood and with makeup, you could probably pass for human as long as you keep the hood up and keep most of your more ostentatious.
I'm
garb
sure I've got,
hidden.
I'm sure I've got a set, so
Okay.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Go ahead and make a dexterity
Keep
check with
the-
your disguise kit.
Do you want help?
Yes, please. This is a lot of work. Oh, it's an actual 20. That'll do it.
Oh, nice.
Between kind of making your skin tone more of a natural kind of a tan kind of peach humanoid color, bring the hood up. You actually pull some of your hair forward and adhere it a bit around the horns, so it looks almost like a bit of a cluster of hair in the front. You manage to tuck and tie your robe behind you, or your usual clothing, and then using an overrobe to hide most of the material, and you kind of just look like a dude passing through. So with that, your disguises are complete. Your spells are cast.
Is that your human face?
While I'm doing all that, I'd want to
Thank
stroll
you.
outside and see if there's Crown Guard outside or what. I'm just going to get a breath of fresh air and see what's on the street outside of this place.
Okay. As you exit, there are two gentlemen in full Crown's Guard gear that are both. One is standing outside, the other is currently sitting in a chair, and as soon as you watch past, they both just kind of scan you up and down, continue to watch you pass by.
Good. And there's only just the two?
Just the two that
on
you
the
can
door?
see at the front, yes.
Okay. All right. So I just take a minute or two. I go back inside.
Okay.
Okay. And sort of on Not's shoulder and say, we're good. Yeah, I think we're good.
Excellent.
Should we try to do this then?
Yeah, twos or singles.
Yeah, of course. Not all at the same time. That's obvious.
Level 2, trying to get out of a fucking end.
So hard.
Should have. And now I'm kicking myself.
What? So anxiety.
I need this. Yeah, no, never mind. I didn't do it at the time. I can't do it now. No retconning. Never mind.
Oh, he had a plan.
You privately. I still think that this is a bad idea, but I can tell that you want to.
Well, it's just that, listen, there's no offense, but I enjoy our talks and your schooling and everything, but I haven't talked this openly and freely with other people in months. It's kind of amazing.
It is pretty nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Still, if this goes south, we leave, okay?
We're the first ones out the door.
Easily.
Yeah. They'll never know who we were.
Caleb and Not.
Well, don't say that too much. Well, I mean, yes, they do know that we're Caleb and not. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So we're doing this.
Yeah, let's just go with.
Yeah.
See where it leads.
Can I walk up to Nog?
No. Yes, we weren't talking.
Do you like my outfit?
Oh! What are you? I'm sorry. I'm just a young girl from the village.
No, I'm just a young girl from town.
I don't know
Oh, nice.
anything. I should go get my father.
Yo, that was fantastic.
I'm just a young girl.
I'm sorry. I'm just a young girl from the village.
No, I'm just a young girl from town.
I don't know anything. I should go get my father.
It's Chester.
But you look like...
I know. This is how good I am at magic.
So much
Check
charisma in
me
this
out.
group.
Oh my God.
Are we leaving here or not?
Well, are you afraid you'll be propositioned on the street?
I am really attractive right now.
Very big.
I came over here to give you the blessing.
What's that? What does that do?
It helps you with your stealth.
Oh, the stealthy thing. Yes, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I'll
Okay,
accept
that's
it.
it.
Yes.
But I'll see you outside at some point, okay? Don't be scared. Come up to me. Okay.
Okay, what order are you leaving?
Should I go first?
Sure. Are we going out in pairs? Like you said. Are we going out in pairs?
Has Adeline noticed any of this?
I imagine you guys have been using your disguise kits in your own rooms and chambers.
Yeah.
Other than that, no one immediately seems to be noticing. Make a perception check.
Dude, that would be funny if people are just people around them are just looking at these people being super weird. Like, what the fuck?
Let's call that a... Wow, what are these?
14.
14. Thank you.
You do see Yorda, the barkeep, who's currently kind of in the process of wiping out some glasses at the end. She's just kind of occasionally giving a glance over to you guys as you're walking around.
Mm-hmm.
You want to come with?
Yeah.
All right. Don't do anything stupid. Mouth shut. Eyes forward. Show me how you walk. Maybe a little less.
Maybe a little less. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good.
I also assume a little limp.
Okay.
Slight.
All right. I'll say for the purpose of this, each of you make a performance check.
Oh, God. No.
Yikes. They're gonna look goofy as hell if they don't roll right.
20.
of you exit out, holding your breath. At a peripheral, you can see the kind of deep reds and golds of the Crown's Guard armor flanking you as you breach the outer porch of the tavern, stepping down into the dust to the main street, curve to the left, and see nor hear any reaction from either of them.
Just keep moving to the other side
I
of
go
the
with the
street.
single just a little bit after,
Okay.
and I rolled a natural 20.
The 3 for the night?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yo, this guy is killing it, huh? What did he say? He does what though?
Just keep moving to the other side
I go
of the
with the
street.
single just a little bit after,
Okay.
and I rolled a natural 20.
The 3 for the night?
Yep.
Oh my god.
What color is that die?
Gold now.
It seems to be iron, like my will.
Alrighty. It may not have been the snitch after all, you asshole.
Need my magic swords?
Apparently. Alright, you saunter by without an issue. By saunter, I mean you stumble through. Yeah. You hear a cough at one point. And it kind of just causes you a moment, but you just continue on without notice.
From this level.
Oh, everybody's leaving and I didn't have a partner.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You can come with us if you'd like.
But I feel like you guys are kind of noticeable, and why would I be this really beautiful woman leaving with this stinky guy?
Damn. Yo, why she coming at them like that, bro? They're all beautiful men and women here, all right?
Beautiful woman leaving with this stinky guy.
Their disguises are mints, okay?
It's quickly becoming canon that you just have shit smeared all over you.
Okay.
Well, you could travel with me.
Yes, and.
I could be your daughter.
You're my daughter.
Yes, and we're a couple, and he's our god or something. I don't know.
You leave after us, Caleb, okay?
Isn't it simpler for you to walk on yourself
No,
like a
me and
beautiful
Nod are
woman?
going to go together. Okay, come on now.
Okay. No, it's
She's
fine.
just
Go.
she's very forward.
Sweetie, let's go.
Yes, mommy.
Go play.
Okay.
And we walk out.
Alright, you guys don't have to make a performance check because you've exited before and you are completely visually a different individual. So you guys pass through without an issue. And then Caleb, you can follow up behind as you are not currently under direct guard in the tavern. They do notice you exit. And they're aware of your presence, but you are not confined to the tavern. Alright, so you guys all manage to slowly come together a few blocks down and out of the sight of the Crown's Guard guarding the Nestled Nook Inn. And where are you off to?
Where should we go?
Let's just keep walking for now.
Okay, where should we walk towards the carnival? Where the zombies were?
Who was he? Would be my question.
Oh, right. We should find out where he's from. How do we do that? Should we ask around and say,
The one
hey,
who
does
died, you mean?
anybody know where the old guy came from? That turned into a zombie.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Appropriate thing to ask at this point.
Well, we could find some public places and just gossip a bit. See if anybody's heard of him, if their friend has died at the circus last night.
I mean, you mentioned no sick people. If he was sick, sometimes that word gets around.
Maybe there was a morgue. Maybe they recognize him from his belongings.
These small towns, most everyone knows everybody else.
Let's go to, like, is there a market
Yeah,
area?
let's find a mark. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have like a large bazaar.
Smart.
But there is an area that is generally where a lot of the simple wares and vegetables and meats and you know, people who sell small things that they craft their own at. So it's a small market. If you want to make an investigation check.
16.
Okay. By going around and asking questions and inquiring and trying to prod people to just talk about what transpired the night before, the information you gather involves that the man who passed away, his name is Enon Brinje.
Enon?
Brinje.
Brinje?
Enon
He's
Brimjay.
a standard human being in his early 80s.
Oh yeah, so that was an older man.
He is old, but healthy, it seemed.
Was in good health, or
seemed to be in good health for his age. I mean,
So our war against the old continues.
apparently.
They're the Logan's Run of
Yeah,
D&D.
that's he seemed to have been retired for quite some time, but had been making little bits here and there, just kind of helping other fishermen move fish to and from the outside of the lake. He wasn't really well known. You know, the reason people are talking about him now is because the word has gotten around the gossip about. But for the most part, he was kind of one of the many faceless people that lived in the town, and a handful knew his name. And
Retired fisherman?
He was
he's
retired.
helping.
He was
He's helping with.
Do we know what he was retired from and where he was staying? Maybe where he was drinking? I'm sure. I mean, he had to go somewhere.
Actually, he was known often to be drinking at the old Mudhole Tavern.
Mudhole Tavern.
Is that with the weird E spelling?
No, just old.
I'm always a fan of that.
I know.
Yodi.
Yoldy.
It's
Yeah,
pronounced the.
Mudhole Tavern.
It is pronounced the. Yeah, when you see the E.
And then
I should point out
My-
this is the second sort of connection to the Oosterlach.
The what?
Well, before we met up with you two, we fought off a wicked, water snake.
came about the lake for some reason.
Is this a metaphor or was this actually a real thing?
This
No,
really
it really
happened.
happened. I almost died.
A snake.
I punched a snake
Very
to
large.
death.
Really, really big.
Hey, weren't
It
there
was
snakes
awesome.
in the circus last night? But that wasn't related to the attack, I suppose.
Good
Yeah.
What
question.
snake are we talking about?
Oh, it was a big, like a lake snake, like a giant water snake, and the locals were complaining about more and more instances of these snakes coming out of the lake.
And this fellow who died was a fish, or worked with the fishermen
Well-
in the lake?
He took some jobs with them. Do we know, did anybody see him the day of the carnival? Was he working with anyone that day?
You don't find any of that information. that would be kind of a tense investigation thing. You have to go beyond just asking questions around a market for.
Is the
Mm.
lake within the city limits?
Yeah.
I mean, it's technically considered part of the city. It might not be an issue.
We
I mean,
could go back over there
The
and
docks
talk to him.
and the tavern. We should.
Where's ye olde Mudhole Tavern at?
The Mullenhole Tavern, you've been to before.
Because I was doing my rounds.
Yep,
with,
when you first entered the city.
Yep.
So you
The
can leave
Lock Ward, is that what we're talking about?
Northward, Lockwood, Hill.
the Lockward is where the old Mullenhole
The
would be.
lake
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, the Lockward is to the eastern side of the entire city. The
All the
Lockward's like the
wards.
central one.
The woods border the lake.
Love a good snake.
All right, so you make your way to the old Mudhole.
Mhm.
Entering inside, it is a dark dive of a bar. You've been there once before.
Dude, it would be crazy if that was connected in some way. I'd assume. Who knows, man? Maybe. That's interesting, though. Like, what a coincidence, you know?
Yeah, it smells heavily of old wet wood, ale stain, and peanut. On the four, it's a very small area, and of the four tables that are there, they're mostly empty except for one old man who's sitting there in the process playing a game of solitaire with his cards, and what looks to be a man in his 30s thumbing through a book. It would be the barkeep if there were more patrons at the moment. He's kind of just flipping through and glances up and gives you a look as you enter. And can I help you? You're looking for drinks? Can I get you anything?
Yeah, I would really love a drink. And I sit down next to him. What do you have? I need something heavier than a trust. I've had enough trusts to last me a lifetime.
We have liquor.
I will take your liquor.
I'll get some whiskey for you then.
Thank
Whiskey? Everyone?
Sure.
Yeah, two, please.
Sure.
It's okay. She's my daughter. She loves whiskey.
You just give your daughter whiskey,
I
huh?
don't even remember what voice I was doing.
Make a deception check.
Good job, Laura. Good job.
I will let her have any whiskey she wants. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. 17.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? My daughter wants some whiskey.
We've been doing a pub crawl.
He goes and lines up a few small containers, fills whiskey for all of you. All right, around the back, that'll be about 8 silver for the batch.
I have that. I pull out 8 silver and I...
All right.
oh, wait, silver did you say? I do not have 8 silver.
It's okay. I have it.
You do?
Sure. I mean, sure.
Takes the silver, puts it away, slides the drinks to the rest of you, and goes back to his book and just starts thumbing through again.
Honestly, it's been a terrible 24 hours. We were at the circus last night, and, God, I did not know him well, but old man, Brinche. Phil?
He looks up and says, he none. It's sad to see him go, and many of us were wondering when day it was going to be.
Oh, did you know him?
Well, he came in here almost every day to drink, yeah. He's a lonely man.
It was a terrible way to go.
Well,
I'm sorry.
doesn't bother me one way or the other. Just sad to lose a patron.
Do you know who he was talking to the day of the carnival?
I don't recall. Sometimes he would tell stories. Trevor was willing to listen, and not most were willing to listen.
Oh, was he here that day?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in briefly for a drink before the carnival, but that was it.
No, we should drink to an old stories of Brimjays.
I down my shot. What did the man drink out of curiosity? What was his final drink? I'm a bit of a macabre person myself.
Is this very whiskey you just had?
I'll take one more, and I'll get one of my own.
I heard he was sick, too.
Oh, I don't believe he was ill. I hope not. He just seemed to be rather wasting away. Shouldn't be doing so much manual labor at that age, but
What labor was he doing?
I could just carry stuff around for small tasks.
Down at the docks?
Docks, up at the northward, carry crates, boxes. He was just odd jobs, ways to get by until the end of his days, which now that they've come, may he rest and not have to do odd jobs yet ever again. And he goes and pours his own bit of whiskey.
Pip, pip. Cheers.
Do you know who he was doing odd jobs for that day?
Your lady voice is worse than mine.
To be honest, if he did, I wasn't paying attention.
Shots fired.
I'm sure his family will miss him very much.
Nobody nearby. He had a son about 35 years ago, but him and got married and went up north.
Did he work for any of the particular breweries around?
I don't know. Maybe.
Where did he sit in here?
Kind of points over to not the table the guy's playing solitaire at, but an empty table to the right of him. Usually right there in the corner.
I go sit in the corner. Yeah, I'm going to look for anything I can find that looks like an old man was touching it.
Okay. Make an investigation.
I don't know what that's gonna look like, Laura, but sure.
I'm really good at these.
Kind of Metamucil.
12.
Well, it looks like
Metamucil.
probably old person touching has been all over here.
Old person touching.
Yes.
Old person touching.
The table's very old and warped in places, stains all over it. It's not a very good table. It's seen some rough days.
If we were to go down to the docks and ask after a few people that he'd worked with, is there anyone you know that we should speak to or familiar is?
I apologize. I served him drinks and pretended to listen to him many times, but I wasn't really paying attention.
I understand that.
Was there anyone who did? That wasn't hypothetical.
Maybe. I apologize. I spend most of my days reading, and he kind of lifts the book.
What's the book?
Hey,
You read?
Subtle, guys.
We've got a reader. I'm gonna, so while they're doing this, I'm gonna saunter over to the card player.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can I see what's on the spine of that book from where I am?
At a glance at it, it's in Zemnian, which you can read. But it says, the translation would come about to The Rosed Embrace.
The romance novel.
Probably.
Yeah. How's
Is
your
Fabio on the cover?
how's your trashy novel? It's a good one. I
So
don't no judgment.
So trashy. It's very tasteful.
Oh no, I mean I am fluent in Zimni and I've read all his works. So
Hey man, don't crap all over this guy's. He likes the romance novels. Okay, he likes the romance novels. He's part of the book clubs. Okay, leave him alone.
mutual friend.
Did not realize there was another Samuel fan in here. Which is your favorite?
I love the Farthing's Embrace.
I haven't read that one.
It's an early one. He actually did it under a pseudonym. He did a whole series under that pseudonym, short stories mostly.
What was it again? And he goes over and like grabs a piece of chalk from the back thing and starts like writing out. Like, what was it? It was
The Farthing's Embrace.
Farthing's.
Yes.
Oh my God! I did not know about this.
He's so excited.
Well, I'm gonna have to send up so Zadash and see if we can find some of those books. Thank you.
You're a big reader or just Samuel?
Just recently, Samuel. I read on occasion. Depends on what you can find.
Oh, I read a lot, but all I've been able to find in this town is that parchment place.
So Parchment Place is good for trash. If you're looking for unique stuff, there's a few places you can go instead.
Here in town?
You're in town, yeah. If you're having a hard time finding a specific book, I would recommend going to Burnished Biblos.
Burnished Biblos. Which ward is that in?
Oh, that's in the North Ward, just on the outskirts of the main market street. It's kind of a bit of a cluttered mess, but Oglin will be happy to help you there.
Oglin?
Oglin.
Oglin. That is good to know. Thank you.
Not to worry.
Those are hard to find. The Farthing's Embrace.
I would imagine so.
I just want to put that out there. You're probably never gonna find this book. Smooth, you had to add that in because just in case you wanted to call you on it later. Just 'cause it's a good touch, Liam. Good touch.
But I can't be that bad.
Well, he wasn't as proud of them, early work and all that.
Of course. But I have a contact in Lexington probably. If I cannot find it in Zadash, I'll get it from Lexington.
That would be the place.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Caleb.
Caleb.
Yeah,
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Bosna.
Bosna. Pleasure.
Thank you for the drink,
Bosna.
Bosna. I'll be taking my leave now.
Of course. If anybody else is a reader as well, some of us come by and talk sometime.
Not there at all.
This has been quite a day.
Is there pictures?
Is there pictures?
I mean, pictures are up in here.
Oh,
It's one of those.
sounds exciting.
It can be, yeah.
Hey man, listen, people go crazy over those, romance novels like the 50 Shades of Greys and all that because you can just create the whole thing all in your head, man.
I sneak my undrunk whiskey to not while I'm having
I
this
take out my flask from my leg, unscrew it, and pour it in.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we stay here or should we go somewhere else?
We gotta get Molly.
So I just sat down for a moment with the solitaire player.
Correct.
They say solitaire is the game for the death obsessed. There's inevitability to every hand. Most of them are doomed from the start no matter what you do. In the interest of buck fate and just try your hand at an opponent for once? No money, just friendly. I slide the rest of my whiskey over.
Are you a devil?
I've been called worse.
I don't play with devils.
Well, just a man who saw another man die yesterday. It's been heavy on my conscience, and I was wondering if there's anything you could tell me about Enon.
Enon wanted to go to that bloody circus.
I'm regretting it myself.
Told him not to go. Stupid it is. For the common folk and the young.
Yeah.
He's always had his head in the clouds.
Has he? It's not what other people have said.
Other people are stupid.
Why do you think he went? Why do you think that happened to him?
He's lonely. Don't trust the carnival. Nothing but spooks and magicians and things that want to take your life and take your money, take your family, whisk you away. Fuck the circus.
Damn, this guy
Well, the
is
circus.
not a fan of the circus.
That's what you think happened to him then? I feel like there's something evil afoot.
Says the devil.
Again, I've been called worse. Sure you have in your time as well.
He takes the drink, sips it.
Don't come round here no more.
I take my cup back. Down it.
Damn, bro, shut down.
I love small towns.
We head outside.
My dude's racist. That's
Well,
crazy.
that was, revealing.
Well, we learned a few things, actually. He's a prime target for perfect victim, perfect candidate. No one really paid attention to him. He was old, he had no family, his son is gone.
Awfully convenient.
Awfully convenient. Still awfully convenient that your little old circus doesn't allow the elderly, but you never fully explained, and he happened to be one of the oldest people in that circus. Where did that rule come from? The sick makes sense. I asked you that before, but why elderly?
That rule's been around for as long as I can remember because it makes people think the show's dangerous. Gives them a thrill.
Might want to do an insight check on that.
We're not really worried about people having a heart attack. We want people to be worried about having a heart attack because then they're more excited to come see the show. This is how these shows work.
Do you know who implemented that rule?
Before my time.
In his defense, every carnival I've gone to has said no sick people, no old people.
Still,
It's a boilerplate.
still a good candidate and a good,
If you were trying to hide doing something to someone, it's a great candidate. If I was trying to get away with something, terrible idea.
or if you were trying to frame someone. Seems to be a lot of pretty bigoted people in this town who don't like tieflings and other
Is that in
strange
town?
lots. Jester, you actually, I think, said one of the smartest things of the,
Yo, Marisha is going in right now. Her detective skills are really showing.
of the night, which is, you did, yeah, which is, guards really weird.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The guards are really
Crown
weird.
guard.
the crown guards. As you were saying, the
What kind of weird?
Usula?
Like, they, what kind of weird?
Well, they seem to be the one through line, the one connecting through line. And also, what's her name? Norda mentioned that she didn't want to let you lot in, but made an exception. I don't know, I'm just saying, if I wanted to do something, and if I already knew a bunch of people were upset and angry at a circus and strange people coming in, it's easy framing, in my opinion.
She makes a valid point.
Yeah. She dropping bars right now.
If people are scared of carnivals, they won't want them in the future.
Bingo.
That, or if you're up to no good and you don't want to get caught, blame it on
Blame it on the circus.
the
Wouldn't be the first time.
weirdos who just rolled into town.
Yep.
Great.
Won't be the
So
first
we just
time.
need to investigate the guards.
That might be harder to do. Maybe we go down to the lock.
The docks, but I'll keep
It's
that in
sort of
mind.
the docs. I don't know. It might not be the guard. There might be another through line that we're missing.
Do we need to question the guards?
Hey, that sounds terrible.
Maybe we should tell them they can't leave town.
Maybe one day
They guard the guards now. The guards can't leave.
question us. We can question. Yeah, I like that.
I was about... Nope, never mind.
What?
I was just about to be very impressed, but I take it back.
How far is it from where we are to the lock ward?
You guys are technically in the lock
We are?
ward,
that's
so
right.
it's a quick jaunt over to the edge of the Oostalok. So
Yeah, so the Oostalok is the docks. Is what they call the ward.
yeah, it's the giant lake that the docks are against.
Lock.
The city is built against this giant like kidney bean
What
shaped
does
lake.
Usta mean? What does Usta come from?
Do you speak Zemnian?
You speak
I do
Zimian.
speak Zemnian.
Yes.
What does Usta
Huh?
mean?
It means.
Do you know?
Do I know? Well,
just wanna fuck
Ost
with you.
means. It's been a while, but Ost I think means
It means lake.
Ustalok.
Usta? No, it's not Lake.
Usta.
Essentially, it just means an east lake.
East Lake.
I was right.
Alright.
That's very good.
Okay.
Not too
okay.
complicated.
Alright.
Well, I'd like to avoid the guards for as long as possible.
Let's head down to the dock.
All right.
Keeping an eye out for Ralgard.
All right. So as you guys make your way towards the Oostalok and the dock ward there, we'll go and take a break.
Break time,
See
break
if we can
time,
unveil
break time,
this
break time, break
mystery.
time.
This is
Um,
exciting. Gripping.
Indeed, I suppose. Little low-level mystery here. We'll see where this goes. All right, guys. We'll be back here in a few minutes. We're gonna take a quick restroom break. Pick it up from here. We have video at the break for this week's contest. So if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to go ahead and pay attention to get the password and enter this contest. And we'll have the victor at the end of the break. So we'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll see you then.
All right, let's skip. So when they get back.
The Twitch chat, you won the Awesome Wormwood prize package. The Nova will be in contact with you to get your contact information and get that sent out to you. So, congratulations.
I love that we just went through like every rain song.
Yeah. Most of them. We'll get a few more.
Yeah.
All right, so as you guys make your way across the streets of the Lock Ward, you find yourself to the docks, which are about 5 or 6 main dock structures that protrude anywhere from 10 to 30 or so feet into the lock itself. There are no major ships. The biggest river that exits the lock heads towards the mountains, so there is no direct path to the inlet. So all the boats in here are small fishermen's boats. They're designed specifically for the lake and for freshwater fishing and whatever needs to be transferred from bank to bank. As you approach, you can see a good amount of the boats are still out on the water. You can look out and see kind of the outline of them against the horizon. You see a couple of small like land masses just in the center of the lock that are just barely out of view. You approach, and the first couple of fishermen that walk past you both look to be hardened in their years. Their skin is very battered by the sun. It's they're wrinkled and dark from constant beating of the sky upon them, and they kind of glance over at this unique-looking troop as they approach. I'm just going to stop and don't say anything. They just look at you like, "What are you doing here?"
Do we still have the sky spell up, or?
You have it for maybe 10 more minutes.
Oof.
I'm sorry, did we see any Kingsguard? Crown's Guard?
Crown's Guard? Make a perception check.
They have their disguise for 10 more minutes, but it's more like 5 because they'd have to go in there, get their information, and the further in they go, they have to give themselves time to not only leave, but leave out of sight of anybody who would see them transform back into their normal selves, and plus if they even wanted to get back into the inn, you know what I mean? So it's more like 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go in, do what they gotta do, and then 5 minutes to get out and go to where they gotta be after. That's how I would do it. I would like be timing myself in that way.
Mm, 11.
11, same.
All right. Glancing about, you don't see any Crown's Guard in the immediate vicinity of the Lock Ward. You've seen them. They patrolled the town and walked through ward to ward, but you don't see any at the moment, no.
Looks like we're ahead of them in the investigation.
Hey, Jester.
What?
Do you happen to remember the name of that guy whose daughter we saved from the snake?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let's see if I wrote it down in my sketchbook.
Yeah, because I did write it down.
King Bertrand?
No.
Okay.
So do we learn about this whole snake thing at all? I wonder.
About... no, I know that guy. Nope. No, I didn't.
You remember where he lives mostly because you were there.
Oh, that's true.
We could go
That's
by
true.
there.
We could go by.
You
He
know.
seems to like us.
You worked out there, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. You guys make your way along the edge of the loch to the outside of the fisherman's house. The house is currently being repaired. You can see in the main doorway, the door is off the hinges, and there's a large pile of ruined furniture and cabinets that have just been kind of shifted out of the building. You can also see what appears to be a long serpentine body that is currently being skinned by a younger man, probably like 14 or 15, is in the process of like carving the skin off of it. This thing is about 20 to 25 feet long.
That's the snake I punched.
That's your work. That's impressive. You took it all by yourself.
Well,
Damn.
no, I mean, they helped me. I'm not an egomaniac. They fucking helped me.
But I saw your guns last night. You probably took the lead.
Just, they helped. Give credit to the whole damn group. Move on.
What flattery
compliment.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm comparing the snake to the snake that's tattooed on my hand to try and get the heads to be the exact same size.
Okay.
We have been in the woods for too long. I've forgotten how to talk to people.
Oh, game is really suffering.
Thanks for the damn compliment. Okay.
As you approach, the young man is currently like trying to this large sharpened knife. It's almost been. It looks like it may have been a butchering knife, like a heavy butchering knife that's been kind of using currently to flay and pull the skin off the snake. Looks back at you guys and just doesn't know what's going on. You hear a voice go, "Hey, hey!" And you look up and you see the fisherman that you saw before, the one who came to you guys in the tavern. He's up on top of the roof and he's currently like boarding some portions of it. It looks like a part of the roof had been damaged in the fray. And he kind of goes, "Hold on!" Gets up and comes down the ladder on the side and approaches. You can see he's sweating. It's like, "I am so sorry. I didn't know you were coming. What can I do for you?"
Sorry for dropping in.
Do we look like ourselves yet?
Oh.
No, actually, he looks in. Actually, it's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
None of you look the same.
That's right. No, thank you for reminding me. So he comes down and goes. "How can I help you?"
Matt almost got tripped up in a story.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah. I kind of pull the hat off and I'm like, and pull my hair up. I'm like, "It's Beauregard. We killed your snake."
Pretend that I don't talk. Pretend that I don't talk like this.
I dropped this guy's self. I'm sorry to deceive you.
I'm very confused.
Oh no, we're just. Don't worry about it. What was your name, friend?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. That's what it was. I knew it was an R thing. Okay, Ronaldo.
Ronald, this snake that was in your house is not the only strange occurrence that's been happening. Been trying to find out the cause of it. Have you seen anything else like this in the time that's passed?
No, we've just been doing repairs in the house and getting everything underway. I mean, this is the first snake that's come on this side. You know, most of them live towards the center of the lake and stay underwater. It's been like 2 in the past few months that have come up. It's a bit of a nuisance.
Have you seen any zombies coming out of the lake?
Zombies? What are you talking about?
We're asking after a man that helped down at the docks named Nein. Have you heard of him?
Enon. Yeah, I've worked with him a couple times. He comes through looking for work, just asking to see what's available.
You obviously have not heard the news from the traveling circus in town from last night.
No,
He's
that's
Dunyan
the
Rings.
Tent, right?
That's correct.
No, what's going on?
What?
Enon turns into a zombie.
What?
I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Wow, that's really terrible. I'm sorry.
We were trying to see if he might have worked with people that might have known what he was doing that day earlier.
I haven't seen him at the docks in a while. Not for a week at least.
Really?
Is there anything out of the ordinary from the past week or two that comes to mind? Anything off about the run-of-the-mill stuff?
I mean, other than a giant fucking snake ruining my house. Not comes to mind, no. Circus. Circus coming into town, that's a little weird.
I see you're skinning the beast. Can I ask why?
I'm not gonna let it go to waste. That's some good meat. That's some good skin.
And you mentioned the circus coming to town is weird. Why?
Yeah, why is that weird?
Because there's a circus in town.
It just means out of the ordinary, yeah?
Yeah. We don't get many shows and traveling folk. I mean, last time this was here a year ago, it came and went in a week.
You said you hadn't seen this. Hi. You said you hadn't seen this person in a week? Was that unusual?
No, I mean, I didn't keep up with him. He just kind of came through every now and then, and if I had a little cash and needed some help hauling things through town, I'd ask for his assistance. He was an old fella. And it was less that he was helpful and more that we just wanted to help when we could, but, you know.
If we went down to the docks where he worked, is there anyone that we should ask for, speak to, that might have known him better?
I guess it's as good as mine. To be fair, I mean, well, though we're a community, we're also relatively competitive, so you understand.
I do.
Can you think of anyone who would have wanted him harmed in some way?
I don't think so.
I mean, since you're a competitive town, right?
He's an old man. Obviously, Neil,
He's an old man who's putting in all this work. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I mean, that could possibly be a reason.
hurt anyone. The disposition seems positive enough. A little sad and lonely, but
If you think of anything, or if you hear anyone speak about him, you can find us at the Nestled Nook Inn. We'd appreciate anything if it happens to reach your ears.
of course I'll let me finish up here with the roof, and I'll ask around and see if anything comes up.
How's your little girl doing? How's your little girl doing? Sorry, I kind of cover my beard.
It just wasn't expected.
Sorry.
No, she's doing great. She's doing great. She's been a little spooked, but she slept well last night, and just, she's doing fine. Thank you again for what you guys did for me.
You're welcome.
What?
What?
For what? Oh.
We saved a little girl.
Oh, yes, that's right.
If no one has anything else, I think
If you
we can
see any
take enough
zombies,
of this down.
please let us know.
I will. You were so kind to help me when I saw a snake. I figure if I see a zombie, you'd also be
We
helpful.
would definitely do. We already killed a zombie too.
Just a little bit more like.
Racking up the kills.
No, it's a big weird snake. This is just a big weird snake I'm looking at. It's just
You can go
it's
and
big.
check it if
It's
you
weird.
want.
I know. I've been looking at the snake this entire time.
Oh, we have one of its fangs. I pulled it out.
Yeah, I was.
Make a nature check.
keeping it.
Don't do those much
I think I
either.
have a fang too, right?
Nature check.
9.
9? You don't know much about snake biology. It's hard to tell if it's out of the ordinary. It's just a big snake.
Looks like mine.
Only bigger.
Much bigger.
Shall we?
Sure.
We are the best detectives ever.
You sure are not. You sure
We're
are.
really doing bad at this detective thing.
We should probably wrap up whatever we're doing. I imagine they're going to come by the inn soon and try and speak with us.
Oh no,
Not
we
you
didn't
two.
leave any sort of like Ferris Bueller-y thing.
No stuffed beds. No recordings on the old VHS.
What are you guys doing? Where you
Is
going?
there anywhere else that we need to inspect? The carnival or the...
I mean, like, what's up with their disguises, though? Well, I mean, it's kind of just like they're screwed at this point. Never mind. Yeah, they're basically screwed because they're going to be walking around with Fjord, and Fjord already dropped his disguise completely, so.
Or Doc.
Well, I feel like going back to the carnival is probably a bad idea.
I'd say the doctor is home if we could figure out where he lived.
Where is that?
I would go back.
It was last seen at the circus.
Ronald!
Yeah.
You know where?
More that.
You know where Ronald works?
I can't say I do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My apologies. Wish I could be of more help.
Yeah. It's okay.
You know, no, you don't happen to know what happened to his son by any chance?
I didn't even know he had a son.
Yeah, see, we're better investigators than this guy.
It's not. He's not trying to.
I'm taking the compliment. I'm putting it in my pocket. I'm keeping it for later.
He climbs back up the ladder to the roof.
I think that following a non-story isn't necessarily going to lead us here. He seems like a random victim.
Hey, 14-year-old kid.
Back at him. His, kind of this puffy red fro going on. He looks a bit pale, fresh to this, scrawny, and he's still kind of just stuck in the middle of. He stopped drawing his blade across the sink. Yeah?
You live here?
No, I live about 3 houses up.
Did you go to the carnival?
Last night, yeah, I was there.
Okay, where were you at the carnival?
I actually snuck in under the tent after it had
Doing
started.
Right, that's a good thing. Okay, were you close to Inan? In the show, were you on that side or were you on the other side? Did you see the zombie?
I saw a little bit. He was a bit in the front. I had people in front of me, but I think I saw some of it. It was pretty cool.
It's kind of crazy, right? Have you heard any ghost stories around town lately about scary things happening?
Oh, no, my grandma told me a ghost story years ago about there are these like giant badger creatures that live on the hills of the Ash Keeper that can stand up on their hind legs, and they come down and they eat kids that don't go to bed in time.
Those guys are scary. I've heard of them. You should be really careful.
Yeah, you should go to sleep on time.
Have you heard anything about zombies?
No, not since that.
What's up?
Caleb has seen some shit.
I have to finish the.
Hey, listen, if you hear any other ghost stories, you come and find us, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Good job, Jester.
Person to person in the town telling them to come find us?
Yeah.
Well, she's making friends with everybody. I don't see any of you making friends.
I'm a little concerned that we've been gone for a while.
Yeah, maybe we should get back.
And maybe let these two that aren't under house arrest.
Continue the investigation. Or go back.
No, continue.
All right.
I mean, if you're up.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, we'll be a regular.
Yeah, we've done nothing wrong. We're not sweating it.
Sure.
I'm not sweating it.
Yeah, I believe you completely. That was very
I mean,
believable.
they come knocking, we're
I'm
not
going
there.
to give you another
We're
blessing
in
before
deep
we leave,
shit.
okay?
Thank you.
What are you talking about? None of us did anything. None of us. We protected the people of this town.
It's true.
It is true.
I know.
That's easy. Let's go solve a mystery, not?
All right.
Are you being sarcastic? Oh, no, you weren't. Okay. Catching up on that.
So, kids don't know anything about this. Old people don't know anything about this.
Tavern keeper doesn't know anything about this.
Yeah,
Only the
very.
pure of heart make their answer eye riddles. Back to the tavern.
Go
Back
to
to
the
the
docks.
tavern.
But pure of heart. Still going back to the guards thing. Back to the tavern. Let's go.
Were we just on the docks?
That's where we were.
Yeah, you guys were at the dock.
Yeah. We came up with
You didn't
buckets.
ask him.
We didn't ask anybody. We went straight to the house.
Okay, we'll walk around the docks and look for a...
We'll see you back at the
Later tonight.
inn.
All right.
Sure.
Should we run back or should we saunter back?
You're gonna probably,
Yeah, how much time does she
Any
have?
second up.
About a minute.
Yeah, like it's about to fade.
Yeah, I figured it had already happened, like probably midway talking to
Probably.
the kid.
Phew.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe super stealthily back.
All right. I
And-
put my hood up.
And I can maybe put a rope through the window,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
perhaps.
Is there a
'Cause we can't go
two-story?
through
Is there a
the
two-story
door.
yet?
Two story, you guys are up in the second story.
I've got rope.
Let's do that, yeah. We'll sneak around the back of the inn and try to climb up the upstairs
I
window.
can keep
I'll-
you busy at the front door.
I'll go through the front like a proper person.
Oh, because you can disguise yourself. Right? I like
Mm,
Alright.
smart.
So you guys are setting up a rope to climb up the back.
Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, same. You go in on your own up to the top. You put a rope
It's
through.
distracting.
Okay.
in the front, and then we're in Tracy.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna drop some of the rope out the back window for that.
Okay. Easy enough to do so. So those of you who want to wait and can take the rope up, you wait for a moment where nobody's watching and climb your way up into the inn safely and get to your rooms.
Smart. Good job.
You two, what are you doing?
Rope, it's a standard.
Hey, kiddo, do you want to piggyback?
Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Scrabble up. Let's go talk to some people.
All right, I'll jump on Caleb's back.
All right.
So I'll wander down to where people are working, where people are moving crates around.
He's on Caleb's back.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be probably closer to the northward.
Okay. So that's the plan: is to look for people moving crap around the same way that Enoch is said to have. So that's what we'll do.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
All right.
Shall I help or no?
If you want to.
Not that great.
What does it tell us? I can,
Oh, you aiding him would give him advantage on the roll.
Oh,
I mean, well,
that didn't help.
well, you brought.
12 for me.
You take a couple hours wandering through the northward, asking questions, and most of the information you get is they have no idea who that is.
Oh.
Or
Damn.
like, he died. It's about time.
Damn.
And there's no point even asking questions because we've asked them all for 2 hours, yeah?
I'd say, based on
Yeah.
that roll, like you're.
Okay, well, that's a big 0. You want to go book shopping with me?
Sure.
Okay. I believe that they said, that gentleman said that the burnished Biblios was in the northward, correct?
I believe you are correct. Yeah, it's in the southern portion of the northward by where it borders the Lockwood.
Okay, so I'll start asking questions to get us there.
Easily enough, you eventually are led to it. And you come to what looks like a closet that's affixed to another building. It looks, the materials, the wood used are almost driftwood and heavily weathered, and the front door is closed as you approach. It looks almost like a glorified storage shed that has been bolstered, or bolted and put up against another structure.
Storage shed pushed up against another structure. All right, well, I will walk up to the door and knock on it.
Okay. No response.
Is there any breaks in the door in the building or cracks that Frumpkin could fit into?
At visual glance, it looks like there's about that space beneath the door. Probably not enough for a cat to slip through.
Mm.
Are there any windows or anything?
It's a good idea,
Or a
though.
Dirty, dingy mess.
There are windows, but if you look at the back of the windows, all you see is scraps of material, stacks of books, piles of boxes and crates. It's literally blocked out with what looks to be things stacked up against from the interior.
How busy is this, the front of this place?
Not busy at all. It's just the two of you right now standing at the front door.
No one's
Around
going to the
us,
door?
though?
Around, it's not on the main street. It's a little pushed back, kind of recessed about 10 or 15 feet from the main road. So there's nobody immediately around you, but there are people like walking back and forth along the road behind, but you're not like out in the open per se.
Okay. And no one's coming to the door?
No one's come to the door yet, no.
Mm.
Want me to break in?
Yes. No.
Okay. Moment passes and you hear.
Oh, no, no, no.
Good thing you didn't
The door
break in.
opens. It was open.
Oh.
Oh, of
And,
course.
the door opens and there's like the sound of a couple of.
Yo, what is it with doors, bro? Doors are always just the bane of their existence. This door was just hit him with a major look. That's crazy. It was already open the whole time. But if it was already open, then them doof 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 should have opened it, right? No.
What sounds like heavy stacks come to the interior of it, and you glance about and you hear the voice go, "Can I help you?"
Hello?
You look down, and there's this kind of crotchety-looking, scrawny old gnome who's just sitting there in the doorway. He's got this like vibrant puff. He's got like a cotton ball of hair around his head, but it's just this perfect U of bald on top. No glasses. His eyes are very, very small and beady. And he has this kind of bulbous round nose at the front with this little bit of a tuft of chin white hair that matches the cotton ball tuft on the sides. He's sitting there kind of clutching the top of the knob on the inside, which is actually affixed smaller or shorter on the door. And he goes, "Oh, come in."
Yes, please. You're open for business, I take it.
Always open. Come on in.
All right.
Turns around and kind of musters his way inside. And as soon as you step into the door and look around, this place looks like an episode of Hoarders. It is just floor to ceiling, wall to wall stacks of anything and everything. Knickknacks, small
Paddywhacks,
stuffed animals,
bones
toys,
for dogs,
books, glasses and goblets. It is the biggest crammed flea market into a small shed-like space you've seen.
I start unscrewing my flask.
You gotta contain yourself, not contain yourself.
Frumpkin climbs back up onto Not's shoulder and nestles in.
Roger Rabbit.
I am scouting the city for books. I'm starved for books.
Well, we've got books here.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. What is your name?
No, Oglin Hornsblower.
Auckland Hornsblower.
Clint Hornsblower.
You want to buy some? Let me know.
Well, I see you sell a great many things in here, books included. This is just things you've collected throughout your lifetime.
Right, button, traded for, found.
I don't know I don't understand what you just said, but I am interested in books. Particularly in the arcane realm, but any kind of book. Do you have anything that you just outright know is out of the ordinary?
I'm sure I've got a few. Look around, see what you find.
Oh, okay.
It's half the fun, half the journey.
All right.
What a character.
Friends, let's. I am. It is like winter's crest morning for me, and I start scanning the shelves.
Make an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Or are you helping him?
Can you give me something to look for to distract me and give me a mission to go on?
To distract me from taking everything in this bitch.
Yes, you want to find some sort of tool that helps you do what you do best.
All right.
Why are you encouraging Not's behavior right now?
Investigation check. That is 21.
21?
Yeah.
All right.
I rolled a 21 investigation check.
All right.
I'm looking for I'm just looking for baubles to steal.
It's about right.
All right. In thumbing through, there are plenty of books that, within a first glance, like, this is not of interest to me, and so you're like having to move things out of the way and push things aside. The smell in there is just dusty and moldy, and you do find there was like some subtle water damage and some mildew growing in one far corner, and you're like, ugh, put that back. However, you rolled really high. Two things catch your eye. One, there appears to be the remnants of some sort of a notebook, a sketchbook that is written in a language you do not understand. What languages do you know?
Well, off the bat, I don't know where that is in D&D Beyond yet. But if I open up my binder, I bet I have a paper version that I can verify with.
The character details, isn't it?
I speak Sylvan, Common, and Celestial, and I also can comprehend...
Sylvan, Common, and Celestial. What do those mean? I'm assuming Common is just plain English or whatever the language is of that land, right? And then, yeah, what's Sylvan and what do you say?
Sylvan, Common, and Celestial.
Celestial, I'm assuming, is like otherworldly, I'm assuming? Let me know.
And I also can comprehend language as a ritual spell, but I think that takes some time.
It does take 10 minutes.
10 minutes for...
But you glance through the book, and while you cannot read the text, you do recognize that there are elements in the back of the book that have a hint of arcane nature.
Ooh.
That's one of two books you find with that roll.
It's like the adult section for him.
I know. Behind curtains. The second book you find is written in Zemnian, which you can read.
That's correct.
The title translates to Fiends of Folklore.
I'm so happy. Um. You have quite a shop here.
I know I do.
Yeah, this character's great.
I'm particularly interested in both of these books.
Good choices. Good choices.
I don't know though. I don't think that I mean, I'm rather tight on coin at the moment, so.
That's too bad.
Maybe my eyes are too big
books
for
are
my
just
stomach.
pulling away from
Well,
you.
how much are you? How much would you part with these for?
Is he smelling them?
He holds up the Fiends of Folklore book.
Yeah.
3 gold pieces. This one. Oh. 10 gold pieces.
Which one is which?
The Fiends of
Fiends is
Folklore is the 3. The other tome,
Arcane weird one.
but you're not quite sure what's in it.
Oh man.
Would you have any interest in a magic cat?
I'm sorry?
Frumpkin disappears from on Not's shoulder, reappears next to the little man.
He like throws the books and like grabs like nearby this large like sack, and he's like, and starts like the cat.
Oh shit.
I'll take that as a no. I'll take that as a no.
Yeah.
He does hit Frumpkin.
Frumpkin's got like 1 HP left now.
Frumpkin takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
That might be it. I don't really.
Yeah.
1 to 3. I don't really know. I didn't think that this would happen so quickly.
Based on our own mortality.
What a... Oh, please.
Pumpkin point 2.
Yeah, he updates overnight as long as he's plugged in, right?
Hold on, I have to see if
Software
Frumpkin is still here.
It's like it's a Tamagotchi.
A passcode if you agree to the
Oh,
terms.
he's 1 hit point of damage?
Yes.
He's still here.
Nice.
Frumpkin
All
immediately
right.
darts off, jumps on your shoulder, and turns around and it's like,
So you don't like cats, I understand that.
Sorry. It caught me off guard.
Well, I was trying to sample the merchandise for you. Because if it was just a cat, it was just a cat. But this one changes to my other shoulder. He's a magic cat.
Okay.
You roll him in mud, he comes back clean. He disappears, he reappears, he brings you things.
Can you make him go away?
Gone.
Thank you. Now we can continue to talk.
Here's what I propose. I do not have 10 gold at the moment. But it doesn't feel like you get a lot of thoroughfare here. So I'm going to come back to purchase this later. That's it. That's the end of my spiel. That's all I've got. But I am interested, and thank you for giving me the time.
Of course, sorry about your cat friend.
That's okay. That's okay. Not.
Have I heard all of this conversation?
you've been hearing all of it, but you've also found amongst the chaos what looks to be a brass baby bottle.
Ooh.
That's fairly dented, but it's very shiny and polished. You can already see on the inside.
Look at his face.
You find a new flask.
Knott's
actually,
like, hell yeah, dude.
that
Ooh.
appears to be made of a. It's very tarnished, but you kind of spit and rub it a little bit, and it looks to be made of very, very fine metallic material. You're not entirely sure you'd have to clean it, but it looks to be like a very nice quality material.
All right. I will try to trade my flask with that flask.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
22.
Nice.
How? Wait. More. No, that's right. 22.
Now, your flask, which still has liquor in it,
It's fine. I'll
is left behind for the empty flask that you receive. However, without an instance of anyone even paying attention, it is yours.
Great.
You can write in your inventory, you now are the owner of a platinum flask.
Ooh.
Okay.
Platinum? Yo, so I was taught by you guys, my lovely viewers, that platinum is like the highest tier. Like 10 gold pieces accounting for 1 platinum piece. So if that's the case, that's a top tier flask.
The baby bottle, it's a baby bottle? Or baby rattle, what'd you say?
A baby bottle. Or, yeah, it looks like it was used as like a bottle for a very...
Sounds
very
good.
upper class
You're already so
family.
ahead, though.
No, but I can't resist.
Like the kid.
I'll try to take one more look and just kind of pocket that as well.
Oh, man.
20.
20.
Damn.
It just vanishes into your cloak. It's the craziest thing. It was there and it's gone.
Yo, Knott's having a field day.
Are we going to leave now? Should we leave? I think we should leave. Maybe we should go. Did you need some money? I could lend you some money if you want.
Maybe we'll come back tomorrow.
All right.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Lovely place you got here.
Piggyback.
Yes, please.
I'll hold these books for you. Come back when you can.
I will. Within the week, I promise.
All right. Have a good day, little girl.
I will.
You guys exit the building.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did it again. I couldn't help it. I took some things. Do you think he noticed? Do you think we're in trouble? Maybe we should hurry back.
I don't think he saw you.
All right. Are you cross with me?
No. Just wait one moment, okay? Wait for me here.
Okay. I heard you talking about money, by the way. I could lend you some if you'd like.
Wait right here. And I cast Detect Magic just before I walk back into the store.
Okay.
And I look all around. What are your hours here? As I look to see if there is anything.
Okay.
Anything besides that book, anything.
Okay. You glance throughout the interior, and you don't sense anything magical, unfortunately, within the piles of rubble.
Mm.
Did he put down?
The book does not radiate any magical
All right.
aura from it per se. But he answers, goes like,
Oh, well, all hours. We don't really close. I don't really sleep.
Middle of the night even.
Sure.
All right, business is business. Thank you.
No worries. See you then.
Bis später. Leave.
Peach miter.
That guy does not speak Zinnia.
no, it is not.
Let's go back to the hotel,
Yes, please.
shall we?
Let's do it.
There's a lot of time left on this bad boy, so the one more part should do it. This was a very interesting set of circumstances that we found ourselves in. So we find out that this old dude, basically nobody was gonna miss him, right? He was known by the people of the town, especially like the people who kind of did like, you know, labor. They knew of him, but nobody really like knew him like that. And the people who knew him more than most were kind of just like, yeah, it's about time, or he was stupid. I'm surprised he lasted this long, kind of an attitude towards the guy. So I'm pretty sure he was a target due to nobody really liking the guy or nobody really knowing the guy. Molly's definitely lying. There's something up there, because those signs aren't just coincidental. It sounds good. Oh, we have the rule about no old or sick because we don't want to lose out on some extra sales. When we say stuff like that, people want to come by. But it's also one of those things where it's like there's got to be a reason. Like, is something with the performance going on to where it can affect the old or the sick? And he was probably both. Well, no, because they said he was in good health. I don't know, man. It seems fishy. We were able to get some pretty decent information, met some new characters, Not got some new bottles, and she got a bottle and a flask. I think we all did a good job here. There's definitely something up with Molly, though. Like, the whole prayer thing, all that. It's just, he was praying over his... It's weird. I'm not getting the vibe that he is telling the truth. At least the whole truth. If there's anything I missed that kind of went over my head in this, you let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video, and all your support. Do all the good things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.